Class is officially in session. The amount of estheticians that I have met on the internet who did not know all of the multifaceted sides of being an esthetician absolutely takes me by surprise. However, as someone who's been in the industry for about coming up on almost 11 years of being in the industry, I'm going to be answering questions that I get asked on my TikTok all the time. By the way, if you would like to follow me on my TikTok, I'm going to go ahead and link it right here. I'll also have it in my description. You can find me on TikTok where I'll be doing more short form content, but for my girls who like to know things more in depth, that's what this video is all about. It really comes down to the fact that when you are going to school, you are going to school to become licensed, and that is the very beginning of the esthe world. There's a lot of other aspects that I learned along the way, and I learned these through trial and error. Whether you're an aspiring esthetician or one who's been in the industry, you have your license, but you haven't really done much with it, this is the video for you. Hi, my name is Selena. Whether it's even worth it to become an esthetician nowadays in 2024. And I have been solo as well as an employee. Someone who's done both and is willing to toggle between both. I can assure you that everything you're going to hear in this video is going to be useful for someone who wants to break into the industry. 12 pages worth of comments. Please excuse this. It's been broken for a long time and I can't figure out how to fix it to save my life. When I think about it, as a brand new wide-eyed esthetician, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And these are things I wished I knew before I had even started. Martinez Julie 0912 says, in regards to me talking about learning how to market yourself as an esthetician, she says, so true. We do make it more complicated than it really is. One of the things I wish I knew before becoming an esthetician was the fact that I was gonna need to be my own social media manager. I was gonna need to learn how to use whatever the platform may be. For me, when I started out, I was using Instagram. Now I've been finding my voice on TikTok, and because of my social media platforms, I was able to go from 0 clients to fully booked simply because I utilized the free marketing on social media. As a brand new esthetician, just know you may have to actually start studying the platform of choice. I would focus on one platform and really just try to master it. Whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's Facebook. What I would do is I would just research that platform for a long while, take notes, have all the takeaways written somewhere, come up with a content strategy. Now, I don't mean to plug myself, but I actually have an ebook on how to grow on TikTok. You can find that in the description of this video. I really did not mean to actually plug myself for that. But if you're wanting to grow on TikTok specifically, I do have an ebook for that, specifically for estheticians, okay? Marketing yourself as an esthetician, again, they don't teach you that in school. This question is by Shaylee SOS. Because I graduated 3 years ago and still have yet to find a business willing to hire me. You are trying to just do facials. You need to make sure to think of yourself as a brand, and this is something again that is not taught in school. You need to be able to present yourself as an asset to a company. So if you're looking to be hired on as an employee, then you need to make sure that whatever skills you have acquired in other jobs up until that point will be applicable to being an esthetician. So for example, I have a long history in hospitality, and I took all the skills that I learned in hospitality and basically shifted my mind to how can this skill set benefit a company as an esthetician. So for example, because I was in hospitality, I was trained really well on how to create an environment for an amazing client experience, because in hospitality, that's what they teach us. They teach us that the guest experience is the most important, and so I was able to transfer those skills onto a resume. If you want to know how to build a resume, it's pretty simple. I can make a video on that, but definitely want to make sure your resume showcases all of your skills that you've learned in prior jobs, so that when you do go to a place, that they will be more willing to hire you because of your background. So really focus on that, okay? And another thing, always be willing and show your potential employer that you are coachable. If you come in kind of like, I know everything, then they're probably not going to hire you. So be humble. I'm trying to get hired and you have no experience, just know that these tips will help you. They didn't tell me all this when I signed up, and they don't, because being an esthetician, like when you go to esthe school, they're not going to teach you the business. When you're in esthetician school, their goal is literally just is to get you to be licensed. Their job is to get you licensed because you paid them. They could care less whether you're successful when you graduate. They don't care. All they want is that check, right? So they don't care about that. So as an esthetician, you're starting out, what I would do if I was starting over in 2024 is I would go in with a clear goal before you even start. Me, I started knowing that I wanted to become an eyelash extension artist. A few weeks before I graduated and took my state board exam, I went and I enrolled in a lash technician course, and I learned the skill so that by the time I became a licensed esthetician, I was able to officially, legally, which is we want to do this the legal way, legally lash people and charge money for it. Because technically, if you don't have your license, you can really get rolled. If you want to get hired somewhere, you don't have the license, so they will not hire you. Legally, you're supposed to have your license as an esthetician. So if you want to be an employee, you better get that license. Sorry, that comment prior was by Skin Support Group. The next one was Nicole Reich. She commented, yes, that part, we play so many roles. So she was commenting in a video where I was talking about the fact that as an esthetician, we have to wear multiple hats. So not only do you know how to give a good facial, but you also have to look at yourself as a business and a brand, regardless of the fact if you are solo or if you're an employee. You can know how to give the most amazing facial in the world, but if you can't get people in through that door, nobody will know and nobody will care. So you need to know how to brand yourself as an authority in your area, and that can be done through your social media presence. Thank you. Loved the tips in the ebook. I'm going to implement them into my business. This was from Ashante Aesthetic. I can't read the whole thing. But absolutely, you're welcome. I'm telling you, that ebook is super. It just takes out all of the guesswork as far as, and my cat joined us, to build your brand on TikTok. Now, I have built TikToks before, but the very first time I built a TikTok, I did not have a strategy. Now I have a strategy, and I grew my second TikTok from scratch, from 0 followers to, I think we're coming up to 2,200 in just a few short weeks. So it's possible. I think a lot of the strategies that I use on TikTok are also applicable on YouTube, except YouTube is a little bit more complex. So I'm learning about that. Couldn't have said this better myself. The real truth behind becoming an esthetician. That again is another comment from Femme Vanity USA Co. or USE Co. Vanity Use Co. I believe. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But this again was a comment. So this video went semi-viral in a couple days because there are so many people who don't even know these things about becoming an esthetician. Gatekeeping here. It's by Mo, Saturn emoji. I just got my license and I'm scared because my school sucks and it didn't teach me right, so I know nothing. I don't care about whether you're set up for success or not. I mean, this isn't for all schools, but this is for the majority of schools. So you got to take the initiative. If you're in esthetician school, just know you're there to pass the state board. After that, enroll in other courses, find a mentor. That really helped me, was finding a mentor and just asking them all the questions, because what I've come to learn is that it is wisdom To learn from someone who it took them a decade to learn information, learning from them something in 15-20 minutes is wisdom, legitimately. What products do you use? Okay, so the company that I work for, we carry multiple lines. So we carry a Canadian brand. It is GM Colin, that's our luxury brand, and then we also carry Face Reality, Mixie Skincare, and Glymed. We also at one point had Circadia, and we do have a couple hydropeptide products, but our best sellers are GM Colin, Mixie Skincare, and Face Reality. The amount of comments. It's a lot of comments. Everybody has questions. I'm probably only going to be able to get to like half of these today. Okay, next comment. I purchased, she's talking about my ebook. I don't have a space, so working on creating content for virtual consultation. Doing virtual consultations is such a hack if you don't have your own esthetician like spa rental or you're working from home. You can totally set up a virtual consultation business, but specifically if we're clearing acne and people who come to get their acne cleared like from you, and let me tell you, you can see success clearing people virtually. It's been done over and over and over again. You just have to find the right product and you have to learn how it plays on people's skin. But once you get it down pat, you can get people results virtually, which is also amazing as an esthetician if you don't have a lot of money for overhead for like a rental and you just want to know how to start a virtual business. You have to start by marketing yourself on social media. Again, she's talking about my ebook. A video on administering a deep peel with 29% TCA, and she asked, nice, do you need a medical director for this? I'm interested in this for myself. The answer to that is no. You do not need a medical director in the state of California to do deep peels. However, there is a legislation that is being passed that is banning TCA, so eventually I won't be able to do these deep peels. Can't do it right now. It depends on your state, so I would look at if TCA is legal in your state, and if it is, then you should be fine. I see that you use GM Colin. It's made in my city. How do you like them? This is from Jessica Flores. I love GM Colin. I love it. I love it. It's got a lot of acne safe hydration in there, so I 100% recommend it. I think they have a $500 purchase minimum once you become like a wholesale account. It's an amazing line. The only thing we don't really like about it is that you can't drop ship, so it doesn't offer any options for drop shipping if you're an esthetician and you don't have a whole lot of money for having stock, but it is amazing. To be ending the video right here, I hope you found this video useful. Been on the fence on whether or not becoming an esthetician is for you. Hopefully this answered your question. Just know becoming an esthetician is a little bit more complex than you might think, but maybe it's for you. I personally love creating content, so I'm happy about this. I'm ecstatic that there are and I have like a brain where I like doing different things at once. I think it keeps me from being bored. So if that's the type of personality that you have, then this is probably the trade for you. But again, it's a trade. And with all trades, you might have to learn a little bit about business, a little bit about digital marketing, how to get people in through the door. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions in regards to becoming an esthetician and if it's really worth it. I'd be happy to make a part 2 of this video. So please subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video.